Am I the a-hole for being suspicious of my girlfriend's friend after she tried to test me?
The relationship tests are bad.
Oh, I hate them. Also, I feel like that would destroy the boyfriend and the friend's relationship going forward. But let's see what
really happens.
TA Harper 32423 says. I, 30 male, have been dating my girlfriend Olivia, 23 female, for the last 1 year. What? For the last year. We met at a coffee shop near my office, which I used to frequent to get my morning coffee, and she worked there as a barista. I asked her out, and she said yes. Things have been great so far, and I feel we are compatible in terms of what we like and want from a relationship. She has a group of 3 girlfriends she is close with. These girls are always very welcoming to me, but they seem very immature compared to my friends. They are 23 and you are 30. They seem a lot younger than me.
Yeah, I wonder what could be
Crazy.
different. A 7-year difference is pretty massive.
As a 23-year-old and a 30-year-old
That would be me dating a 20-year-old.
It's weird. And then being like, why are they so immature?
Yeah, dude. They're like talking about studying for tests like that ages ago.
Yeah.
Grow up.
One of the girls is Harper, 23 female. Harper is awesome. And we get along well since we like the same video games and music. It's concerning. Recently, Olivia and I were talking about taking our relationship to the next stage, and I asked her to move in with me. She spends 4 to 5 nights a week at my place anyway, so I asked her to just move in.
Okay.
For some reason, her parents are the most excited about this, as she is finally moving out of their house. She also told her friends about the same. Also, finally, it's been like maybe a year since she graduated college.
Yeah, I mean, did she go? Well, she could have been.
Unless she went to a community college and she was living. Yeah,
living with
that's
parents,
true.
Which often happens.
Yeah. On Saturday, Olivia decided to stay back at her parents' house to pack some of her things. Harper messaged Olivia and me that she and her friends were downtown and if we wanted to hang out with her. Olivia was gone, but she told me it was okay if I wanted to go out for drinks with the girlies. I had nothing to do and hence I joined them. It was all 3 of her friends and me, and we went to a few bars. We lost the other 2 girls midway, and it was just Harper and I.
Mono.
I was constantly messaging Olivia about what was going on as I started to get uncomfortable with the situation. As it was getting late, I told Harper that I would get an Uber for her to drop her home. She told me that she wanted to go dancing. At this point, she was visibly getting drunk. I called an Uber for her anyway. As we were leaving the bar, Harper grabbed my t-shirt and tried to kiss me.
Drunk?
Yeah. I immediately pulled back and told her that this was making me uncomfortable and I would let it pass since she was drunk. She apologized to me. As we were waiting for an Uber, she again started getting handsy and told me, let's go back to your place. And no one needs to know. I snapped at her at this point and told her to please shut up until she got in the car. Finally, the Uber came and I got Harper to get in.
Okay. Could I see you in the chat?
I don't know if I see, beyond what we originally know.
I see you in the comments if you see what Harper is going to try to pull.
Beyond the tricking?
Because I think right now, conspiracy theory right now.
You think that Harper...
Hey! Come on, let me go. This is like when we were talking about Elon Musk and you wouldn't let me get a word in.
That's not true. That was not me.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. It was Ishan.
You would not let me.
It was Ishan.
Both of you were. But I want to say, my conspiracy theory is that Harper is going to say, "Oh, I was just testing," to cover up the fact that she was just trying to hook up with him.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Anyway, she kept apologizing to me and telling me, please don't tell Olivia. Finally, her Uber left and I tracked it on my phone to make sure she reached home. I asked Olivia to check with Harper's roommate if she got safely to her apartment. As I was walking home, I called Olivia and told her about what happened. This boyfriend is so loyal. Harper's like, don't tell her. He's like, I'm telling her immediately.
Yeah, I mean, he has loyalty to his girlfriend.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's good. Olivia was crying and I was genuinely pissed at Harper's behavior. Olivia tried to call Harper at night, but her phone was going straight to her voicemail. In the morning, Olivia came home and told me, hey, it's all good. It was just a test.
Wait, what?
Olivia was like,
did
don't
Olivia
worry.
know about the test? Because it sounds like Olivia did not know about the test.
Sounds like Olivia did not know about the test.
Okay.
But let's find out. I was angry at this point, and I asked Olivia to explain what was going on. So Harper messaged Olivia in the morning that Olivia was really lucky and that I passed the test. I asked Olivia if she was involved in this, and she did not know that Harper was going to test me. She's lying to you.
Harper's
lying to you.
lying, but brilliant cover up.
Brilliant cover.
Brilliant cover.
But also so obvious.
Bestie, I was just trying to make
I was
sure he
testing
was
him.
loyal.
I needed to make sure he was right for you.
Yeah. And if we hooked up, then you would have known.
Yeah. If we had made out, you would have known that he failed the test.
Yeah.
And if we started dating, you would have known he wasn't right for you.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Not wrong.
She's not wrong.
According to Harper, she wanted to make sure that I was not a cheater before Olivia moved in with me. Hence, she wanted to see if I accepted her advances. I told Olivia that Harper is full of because she was drunk and there's no way she was thinking straight.
Yeah.
Moreover, when I snapped at her, she apologized and told me not to tell you anything. Harper is just trying to cover for her mistake and is giving a BS excuse.
I conspiracy theorized correctly.
You 100% did. Olivia thinks I'm overreacting. According to her, Harper is her best friend and will never betray her.
She did, though.
She did. She 100% did. You can't do a test if you don't know about it.
Also, I hate the idea of these tests.
Oh no, tests in general are horrible, but also it's also not a test.
It's also not a test.
It's also not a test.
Not a test.
Although the test was stupid and Harper should apologize to me, she was just looking for Olivia's best interest. Also, Olivia feels nothing happened, so I should not make a big deal of it. I just feel
Only
Olivia
because OP
didn't do anything.
Made sure nothing happened.
Like, what would have happened if he went through with it? I just feel Olivia is dumb and cannot see that her friend tried to get her boyfriend to cheat. I just feel she's too immature to understand Harper's true intentions, and it's bothering me. I told her to stay away from Harper if she wanted us to have a happy relationship. Am I the a-hole to tell Olivia to not believe Harper's lies? Or do you think Harper's story checks out and I'm just overreacting? I've never heard of anyone hitting on their friend's boyfriend to test the relationship and seems like the most BS excuse. And there is an update.
Okay. So, on the question is is OP overreacting or whatever? No, not at all.
Absolutely not.
And the question, has anyone heard about this happening? Yes, we have heard on this show about friends testing other friends, but how a test should work and
should never be done.
It
don't
never
do
be
it.
done.
Don't
it
test your
terrible
partners.
idea. But if you were to do it, the right way to do it is the person in the relationship and the friend say, we're going to test.
Yeah, it's scheming.
The boyfriend, they scheme together. And then with both of them knowing beforehand, the friend goes and tries to hook up with the boyfriend or whatever. And then they see.
Yes.
But there was
put another end parentheses.
Do not do this.
Don't do that.
It is a bad idea.
That's a bad idea.
But if you were to do this, it's not the way that it would be done. And I think what Harper's just doing is she's covering her tracks.
Yeah, absolutely.
She is a big fat cheater.
Yes.
And
she doesn't like her friend.
And it's not bad friend. Bad friend.
Yeah. 100%. But there is an update. But
OP, salt of the earth, great guy.
Yeah. Good on
Great
OP.
guy.
Yeah.
Pass our test.
Pass our test.
You passed the test, even though it clearly wasn't a test.
Yeah. Low key though, he did pass the test.
He did.
Yeah. Flying colors.
Low key.
Yeah.
It worked.
It worked. It worked.
He's getting extra credit for telling the girlfriend about it.
Exactly.
There is an update.
Okay, what's the update?
Before I go to the update, let me address the issue that most of the comments were discussing. Yes, I am aware that there is a 7-year age gap between Olivia and me. It also doesn't help that I'm a 6'4" muscular dude and she's a 5'3" petite runner. What does the height have to do?
I mean, that height difference is pretty massive.
It's like a foot.
It's a foot.
Just lift her up.
I don't like you at that height difference, you have to crane down.
That's a long distance relationship.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's using that as in reference to the 7-year age gap. I don't think height's relevant to age.
Well, I think it makes it even weirder.
Oh, because she looks younger than him too.
Younger and smaller than him.
I have dated girls my age, some girls slightly older than me, and Olivia. I don't think maturity is a function of age, and I have dated girls my age who were way more childish than Olivia.
Didn't he say that her friend
group? Yeah, he literally said they were immature.
Did he say Olivia was immature or just her friend group?
I don't think so. Yeah. Out of all my relationships, I have been the happiest in the last year with Olivia. She's not as academically gifted as I am, but Jesus, she's freaking dumb.
And short, and I'm tall, muscular, and Smart.
But she is ambitious and driven. She's a long distance runner, runs 2 to 3 marathons per year.
Yeah, that's cool.
And is finishing her fitness training certifications. I am proud of her and how she takes care of herself. The relationship just works for us.
Okay. Hey, 7 years is a lot, but I don't think it's
if
anything.
It's working for you, sure.
Yeah, if it's working for you,
but it doesn't
fine.
seem like it's working for you.
Yeah. I mean, I think because of the 7-year difference, you're having this
immature,
the friendship, the friend circle of her is super immature.
Yeah.
And also, it sounds like she's like very gullible and maybe like immature as well.
Yeah.
In believing Harper's story.
Remember, she's not as academically gifted. Now for the update. Harper told Olivia that she was just testing me, and Olivia initially agreed with her explanation. We discussed it, and I told her my side of the story.
Yeah.
I told her that Harper is bad news, but it's her choice if she wants to be friends with her. Olivia was more pissed at Harper that she didn't tell her about the test beforehand and had her doubts about Harper's story. I decided to drop the issue since I don't want Olivia to be broken off from her friends group because of me. Olivia just couldn't get over the incident and kept on asking me for more details every day. Finally, yesterday, we had a long discussion about it. I told her that testing someone's boyfriend is a very insecure thing to do.
Facts.
Doing it without telling Olivia was horrible, as she did try to kiss me and physically seduce me into coming to our apartment. My point was, if my friend ever tried to kiss Olivia and ask her to cheat on me, I would immediately drop that friend, if not do something worse. She understood that, but kept on repeating, what if Harper was just acting convincingly and did something stupid, but not evil? She told me that although Harper is very promiscuous, she would never try to steal someone's boyfriend, except for when she does.
She did.
She also told me that Harper has a type of guy who she dates, and I'm not the type of guy she would date.
Yeah, not tall and muscular.
I don't want to admit it, but that did hurt my ego. Why?
Thus.
Olivia just kept on repeating that we would never really know what Harper was thinking that night. We would never
just
know.
Look at her action.
She literally told. She may be trying to test me, but got drunk and went too far. I told Olivia that maybe she should test Harper and see what was really in her mind. Olivia was confused, but went with what I was saying.
Oh. Wait, OP is like, maybe I should test Harper and try to hook up with her.
Yeah. And if I kiss her, what would you do?
Bro, this is terrible. That's not what that is happening, right?
Yes.
No.
Yes, he's saying we should test her.
No.
I told Olivia to message Harper that she was going to visit her parents' place over the weekend and ask her to meet for brunch on Sunday. Harper replied and said it sounded great, and they decided a place to meet. After an hour, Olivia and I messaged Harper from my Snapchat with just a blank image and said, thinking about you. We waited for 10 minutes, and Harper replied with 2 topless bathroom selfies.
Bro,
she's
really putting this man to the test.
She's just testing him.
2?
In 10 minutes.
Wow, that's fast.
Yeah. Olivia was beyond mad at this point, but I told her to wait and see what happens next. Hold on.
Wait, this test isn't complete.
We might get more.
You're joking.
Oh, you know what? I'm less on your side now.
Wait, we can get more. Just
wait.
Hold up.
Harper then replied saying, hey, Olivia's gone for the weekend. Maybe I can show you this in person on Saturday. At this point, Olivia was just trying to keep it together. She snatched the phone from my hand, took a selfie of her face, and messaged it to Harper. What do you think Harper said?
He passed the test.
Harper started blowing up Olivia's phone with missed calls and frantically messaging her. Her excuse was, again, I was right about your boyfriend. He is a cheat. I was testing him to see what was on his mind. Olivia did not reply to any of her messages, and it took a while to console her. I felt bad about blowing up their friendship, but I knew what Harper was doing that night, and I felt she should not get away with it. Did I do something extremely immature for a 30-year-old guy? Yes. Okay, good. Did it feel good? Also, yes.
Wait, what was immature about what he did?
The test, the second test.
Test on Harper.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I feel any person. Okay.
No. Keep going, but I want to
think about your thoughts, and we'll come back to them.
I want to circle back on the immaturity of the test.
I feel any person hitting on their friend's partner deserves this treatment, irrespective of their age. I don't know if Olivia and Harper would patch up in the future or how it will affect her friend's group. I sometimes feel guilty for the fact that I went out for drinks with Harper and her friends, and that led to this whole situation. Olivia does not deserve to have her best friend betray her trust in this way. So in the spirit of this subreddit, am I the a-hole for testing my girlfriend's friend who tried to test me? And there are 2 relevant comments. Creative Garden 7155 says, not the a-hole. At least Olivia knows the truth about her friend now. So are you and Olivia going forward with her plans to move in with you? You mentioned that in your original post. OP says, yes, that was never off the table for me. I know it's easy to judge Olivia based on one incident. We have been dating for almost a year, and I am excited for her to move in. That's good. At least the relationship's good.
Yeah. So, all right. I think the question that I want to ask all of you and I want to discuss right now is it immature for OP to test Harper and Olivia's friendship? And I'm going to say no, because Olivia wasn't like heeding or understanding.
Yeah, Olivia needed proof.
Olivia needed proof. And like there already was enough proof that this friend was a bad friend. But if OP had not done anything, then that friend Harper could have caused like havoc in Olivia's life.
Could have turned it on the boyfriend and been like, he was flirting with me.
Exactly. So it's like better to
I agree.
Weed that person out now than wait. And so like, I feel bad for saying this, but it's like, I feel like the test was necessary, which kind of goes against like
I don't think it does, because I think testing your partner is different than testing a friend who you already know. Like OP knew that Harper was like actively.
Right.
I think that's totally different.
Yeah, but it still is like essentially what a test is creating a false scenario to test. It's like you are testing the veracity of, or you're testing the authenticity of a relationship.
Yeah, I do think in this case it is different.
Scenario.
I think it's different in this case only because Harper proved multiple times that she was untrustworthy, and Olivia needed proof.
So are you saying? Quick question.
Yes.
Let's say you caught your partner cheating, and you resolved everything. Blah blah blah. You're in the relationship going forward, and you were suspicious again of that partner cheating. Do you think a test is warranted?
I think that we kind of talked about this in regard to looking through someone's phone. I think looking through someone's phone or testing your partner is a relationship ender. So you better be sure. Like, I think your relationship is over after that.
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, if you're right, you're right.
About friends or partners. Yeah. Cause it's like basically you've eroded trust to a point
where you need to test them. Yeah. And if you need to test them, your relationship's over. Regardless, like that, I think point blank for me.
Damn.
That's why I don't think you should do it, because that means the relationship's over.
But I feel like people have tested their partners and continued on.
Of course, people do that all the time. But I'm just saying personally, like, I think that.
But like, the trust isn't there.
It's not there. Like your relationship is not going to be the same if you do this.
Yeah, I agree. So in conclusion,
these are my golden rules.
What you're saying, good golden rules.
Thank you.
So what you're saying is OP did nothing wrong in terms of like testing Harper, but in OP testing Harper and Olivia testing Harper, even if she passed, that relationship would be over.
Yeah, I think so. I think if Harper found out that it was a test, I think that would have been fundamentally changes. But also I think it's
fundamentally changes the relationship from Harper's
and Olivia. Yeah, but I think it's totally like, I just don't think it's relevant in this case because OP knows for a fact.
Yeah, OP knows for a fact.
Like, it's totally different when you're testing someone and you know for a fact that they did it and they just keep lying.
Yeah.
Like, you already don't want that relationship, you know?
Yeah. Where it's like you basically like, someone's lying, but the test is like the final nail in the coffin.
You just
almost need to prove to yourself that it's like worth
here. Ending. But also you needed to prove it to Olivia, who wasn't sure.
Yeah, who wasn't academically.
Yeah. So I don't think we're going back on our previous statement about testing.
Yeah. Generally, testing, not a good idea.
Yeah.
But I want to know what you guys think.
Yeah.
Put your answers in the comments. Would love to hear it.
Tap.
Am I the a-hole for refusing to eat one of my friends' meat, but not another. As a pescatarian, what do you think about this story?
I wouldn't eat anyone's meat, just to be fair.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The fruit is too low.
No.
No. Refrain.
Hold it back.
I'm refraining. All right. My husband, 35 male.
Who is it from? You didn't say who it's from.
This is from anonymous 103-857-6292.
Or
Really wanted me to read that?
440-508-6567.
Are you really giving our phone number right now?
Yeah.
Why?
Because that sounded like a number.
Oh, no. My husband, 35 male, Jake, and I, 30 female, have a group of friends from his college. Beth, 35 female, George, 35 male, and Lou, 35 female. Is Lou
Yeah. Like Mary Lou.
Beth is jealous of Lou because Lou dated someone who rejected her.
Yeah,
I've
how's
never
that
been
feel?
rejected, so I don't know how that feels.
Beth is jealous of Lou because Lou was rejected. Oh, Lou got rejected.
So
by
in a
someone
way-
they both dated.
I am going on a date by someone you were rejected by, but I was also rejected by them too.
Why you got to bring that up, Riley?
You're right. I just I'm trying to relate here.
Why are you trying to flex?
In a way, I actually.
In a way, yeah. It
And
kind
I'm
of reminds
Beth.
me of when you got rejected, but then I didn't get rejected.
Yeah.
I initially got rejected, but then I pulled through.
Anyway.
Lou, Jake, and I live far from Beth and George, 2 hours from a tourist city on what we call our homestead. We have a garden, chickens, a dairy cow, and we don't eat store-bought processed foods except on special occasions. We're
That's the dream.
fully off the grid.
Yeah.
My family never eats meat or dairy unless we know where it came from. Since I am a stay-at-home mom, I make things from scratch, including butter, buttermilk, farmer's cheese, cream cheese, etc.
Oh my
I really want to
gosh.
try some homemade butter. That's delicious.
Delicious. Lou lives a similar lifestyle. We will trade eggs or canned goods from our garden for goat cheese or things she grows. Her neighbor raises beef cattle, so we have met the cows before. We split a cow with Lou's family this past year.
Oh my God. This is like,
Back home.
Yeah.
this is so crazy.
What? What's crazy about it?
No, they're just like, they're living off the grid. They're like,
They're farmers.
in a
They're
fun way.
full-on
No, in a fun
farmers.
way. Crazy. And I'm
Also,
like,
when
yeah.
we say split a cow, does that mean they
Get half
they
the
like
cow.
Get half the cow's meat.
Yeah.
Oh, so they just like
Yeah.
cut that thing in half.
Like they're like, oh, you get half of this, half of that. They just split it.
Yeah.
Cows are expensive.
Yeah.
Beth and George were visiting the city not too far, so decided to have a dinner at my house. I made pasta with garlic bread, butter, chicken parmigiana. Our eating morals aren't something I talk about, so Beth and George weren't aware. Lou hadn't been by in a while, so when she got to our house, she brought a bag of her frozen meatballs that we had traded for. My kids were all raving about them as they were really so good, and Beth gets a long look asking, "What's so special about them?"
That's weird.
I told her Lou must have some secret sauce because I can never compete with them. Dinner goes well outside of that. So I'm a little confused.
Lou made the meatballs.
Oh,
Yeah. Lou made the meatballs, and Beth is all jealous because she got rejected.
Beth is because Lou dated someone
Yes.
who rejected
Beth was the rejected, and Lou was the taker. Lou is the meatball boyfriend stealer.
Lou is the meatball maker, boyfriend stealer. Beth and George planned to stop for dinner on their way home. Lou and I were making dinner when they arrived. Beth was holding a tray of meatballs that looked to be homemade. She was smiling and walked in asking everyone to try them. I don't force my kids to follow the know your cow thing, but my daughter asked her what cow the meatballs were from. Beth laughed and said it was just grocery store meat and to try it. She would like it. My daughter said,
I like it.
"No, thanks." Beth went around trying to get people to eat them, but my family and Lou's family all said, "No, thank you." George was eating them, trying to save the situation, but she came into the kitchen looking like she was going to cry and started yelling at Lou and I, saying how we really turned our families against her and are refusing to try her food out of spite.
what?
Okay. Uh-oh. So she's still mad about the boyfriend stealing, it seems.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's,
she's still hung
she's
up
just
on
jealous
that.
of everything.
Yeah, she's like,
Lou has better meatballs.
she was trying to one up Lou's meatballs with
And
meatballs
couldn't.
of her own and
Yeah.
could not.
'Cause
They wouldn't
she
even try
didn't
them.
know where the cow was.
You didn't know the cow?
Didn't know the cow. Got to know the cow's name.
Yeah.
I explained we don't eat meat or dairy unless we know the animal. She laughed and told me to stop lying. She brought up the meal at my house, had cheese, butter, chicken, and milk. And there's no way I knew the cow that Lou's meatballs had come from. I explained that we did know that cow, our dairy cow and chicken. I said, we call ourselves vegan when we are out. She just said, right, how convenient that when it's Lou, it's fine, but it's not me.
Yeah, we've already
She grabbed
explained.
George and they left. Well, Lou knew the cow.
Yeah, Lou knew the cow.
Lou was friends with that cow.
Yeah,
And then
that seems like she's
blood.
a little bit jealous. It is a weird thing to hear, but like they live on a homestead, so
Yeah, it is like, I feel like if I heard that,
I was like, I'm sorry, I don't eat meat, so it actually doesn't
I'm sorry, I
apply.
only eat meat if I know the cow.
I feel like the phrasing of that, I'd be like, okay, but also,
I don't know.
Like, I understand the
I might think
reasoning.
it was just like an excuse
yeah.
to just be mean to me.
No, I would think that if this were, like if this, like you went to someone's house
Yeah.
here, but they're on a homestead living off the grid.
With the context, it
Yeah.
sounds it makes sense.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's true.
Yeah.
But without the context,
Yeah.
it just
It
sounds
sounds pretentious.
Like, it would be either pretentious or like just made up.
Mm.
You know, like, oh, like, sorry, I can't go out. Like, I have my friend's MMA game or something.
Yeah.
But I have a okay story time, and the okay story time is etiquette when saying you can't attend an event
Yeah.
or date.
Mm.
I have a thought.
Or Meatball Monday.
They haven't said anything to us besides the one Facebook post Beth made about fake vegans who are only vegan when it suits them for attention,
That's
which
so
makes me
salty.
think we should have just tried her meatballs.
Yeah.
Nah,
Edit, we
no.
use know your cow with our children, but we mean vet your source/rancher. This has confused a lot of people. We aren't hanging around with cows and using their full name. Edit 2, we were having prime rib and twice baked potatoes for dinner with a smoked salmon dip as an appetizer. Eating meatballs right before prime rib is a bit weird in my opinion. Beth copies things Lou does literally every time we were all together. She didn't bring meatballs because she thought they go well with her prime rib. It was because of her internal competition with Lou. And there are some relevant comments and
No, I do think it's weird that
an update.
Beth brought meatballs right after Lou brought meatballs.
Well, yeah, because Beth is insecure.
Yeah.
Beth is insecure with like Lou stealing the.
Well,
Mhm.
didn't that
Her
happen like in
boyfriend.
college?
Yeah, it happened ages ago, and we
Yeah.
don't even know if it was stealing. I'm
No.
probably hyperbolizing here.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it's just that they dated.
They dated the same person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which get
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah. At that point, like you're with George. I feel
You're
like
with
it's rude to
George.
George.
Yeah, it's
To
rude
be like-
it is rude.
It's rude to George to be like not over it.
Yeah, damn. I feel
Also,
bad
but
for
also
George.
like, why are they still friends with this person?
I don't know, maybe like small
College.
town college.
I
thing.
don't know. Just to be like, she copies everything Lou does.
Yeah, but like, I mean, like, I have a friend that is really tight with all of his high school friends, and there's like always drama, and there's like people that are maybe not the most salient of characters, but
You still see them.
they still hang out because
so.
they all knew each other from high school.
I guess so.
You know?
Well, let's read these relevant comments.
Did you ask them to bring anything? We did have a full dinner planned in appetizers and did not ask them to bring anything since they were traveling. They also did not go with the meal we had planned at all, which we had told Beth what we were making in advance, so everyone could see straight through her competition.
Yikes.
I am interested by that. Like, it didn't match what we were planning to make. I don't know if an appetizer necessarily needs to.
No, I don't think so.
I do believe
Actually, you know what? Now that I'm kind of like rereading it, it does sound a little pretentious to be like,
It didn't even
The
match
meatballs
the
didn't even
meal.
match with the
No,
rest
yeah,
of
that
the
does
dinner.
sound. Yeah, I think everything else I'm like not on Beth's side for, but this I'm like it's meatballs.
also meatballs do go with about anything, I would say.
yeah, dude. Honey mustard meatballs.
Ugh,
Oh, good. What? You don't
just
like
your
honey mustard?
noise. No, I had a visceral like shiver when you made that
Well,
noise.
can you imagine what Riley's feeling with that right in his ear hole?
Feeling pretty good. I love that actually.
More on their meat eating philosophy.
Why do we have to know so much about this?
It's so that we aren't supporting people who mistreat animals. A lot of grocery store meat comes from cows who are abused and not fed right. If we know the cow, we know how they live and that they are treated well. Small ranchers actually love their cows / treat them with respect, and that's the difference. We don't compromise on know your cow. The processed foods we eat occasionally do not include meat and dairy. We are flexible on processed foods, not on animal products. We'll eat a bad bag of potato chips occasionally, but we never eat animal products from places we don't know. Would it not have been super pretentious to just mention how we eat when no one asked and it wasn't relevant, since everything we were eating was good for us until she brought something we didn't ask for?
I think it would, like, if they had brought it up unprompted and they're like, we only eat cows we knew. That would have been really pretentious. Because that's, like, that's how people react to, like, when vegans talk about being vegan. However, I think in terms of dinner stuff, just being like, hey, like, if you do bring something, like, no meat products, please.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to potlucks where it's like vegan only.
Yeah, like, like if I'm hosting some like dinner things, I'm like, hey, I don't eat meat.
Only. Except you had someone bring meatballs just before.
Yeah.
Not the vibe.
No, but I'm saying, like, if you know that someone's coming over dinner and might bring food, just being like, hey, like, this is the lowdown. We only eat meat, locally sourced meat.
Maybe to give Beth the benefit of the doubt, maybe she's like, I don't really know what to bring, but someone brought meatballs and last time. And they like meatballs, so maybe I can bring meatballs this time too. Like, in the same way. Yeah. Oh, someone got donuts last time at the party. I'll bring donuts too because they like donuts.
That's true. Yeah. Beth is just trying to
help. Just try to feed people.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm a Beth supporter now.
I know. I'm kind of turning over to Beth's side.
No. I think they're both being a little bit meanie
bikini. Oh, you force your kids to eat like this? My kids aren't forced to eat the same way we eat. When they are at friends' parties or at a restaurant, they eat what they want. We are definitely going to teach them more as they are older, but they are only 5, 4, and 2. So we aren't going into depth of farmed meat, animal abuse, and climate change yet.
Yeah, that's fair.
Someone else asks, somehow you never told Beth this? We see Beth maybe once every 2 or 3 years, and we haven't eaten out with her. We have 3 kids. It'd feel a bit pretentious to just start telling her, oh, this is made from grass-fed cows from around the corner and are the only meatballs we'll eat since it's made with our free-range eggs. I didn't see why it was relevant because we didn't expect to have her bring food and weren't eating the meatballs that day. Maybe she was just trying to be nice, which is kind of what we were saying.
Yeah. I think that like, she could be jealous, like, about you're turning everyone against me. Yeah. That might be insecurity, but the meatballs might just be really nice.
She said, the OP says, she was not trying to be nice. Okay. She was trying to compete with Lou 100%. She paraded the platter of meatballs around my house, begging everyone to eat one after we told her not to bring anything.
Not gonna lie, I do that with cookies.
Meatballs because she was jealous. Lou's meatballs got praises from my kids. She's a very jealous person and has done things like this in the past. Lou gets a new haircut. Oh, wow. Beth just goes and gets the exact same haircut. Okay, but if they're only seeing each other once every 3 years, how do you know?
Maybe this is in college, but then maybe Beth's changed.
Yeah. If I had known she would bring something, I would have explained our diet, but people just get so pressed at it. I'm not going to divulge it if it isn't relevant. Why do you invite her to things then?
Yeah.
They live a few states away. They weren't coming to see us, but to vacation in the city a couple hours away. They stopped on the way there and back. George is Beth's husband and was super close friends with Jake, which is why we all still get together. Jake is OP's husband.
Oh, there's so many names in this one.
I know. There's a lot I couldn't fit into the post because of character limits, but Beth's jealousy of Lou started when Beth asked out a guy and he rejected her. Then Lou dated that guy for a few years.
Oh, they didn't even date?
They didn't date.
Oh, that's even worse
After that, she was always copying Lou, her hair, her clothes, her demeanor, etc. It toned down when she got with George, but apparently there are still remnants of jealousy. She is jealous of Lou's relationship with my kids, as Lou is their godmother. George is one of Jake's closest friends, though, and I'd never ask him to cut them off due to this. I don't hate Beth. I just think it's ridiculous to be so insecure towards Lou over something that has happened 15 years ago.
15 years ago is crazy.
I've angered the anti-vegans as well as the vegans, it seems. We aren't trying to fit in with anyone else's ideology or their perfect way of life. We're just doing what works for us and makes us happy. I don't hate Beth at all. I don't understand her jealousy for Lou, but we do actually enjoy our time together usually. And then there's this exchange. So, commenter, I've been a vegetarian for 20 years. I tell as little people as possible because the second they find out, they accuse you of shoving your lifestyle down their throat. Opie says this. People are messaging me so mad at the way we eat when it literally doesn't affect them. And I only mention it because it's obviously relevant to the post. Me eating this way doesn't mean the way other people eat is wrong or worse. We're all just doing what works for us with the resources we have. Edited to add, people were curious about the salmon. It was wild salmon from Alaska that my husband caught, as I have mentioned in other comments.
They will not be caught slacking.
Who are these people that have their own cows and their own wild caught salmon? Are they in Alaska?
Maybe.
I want to say Montana.
Yeah, this
might
sounds
be close
like
to it. But no, I think that's admirable to like. I think it's like totally fine for them to have that sort of lifestyle because that is good. I mean,
yeah, no, it's not
environmentally very friendly.
Like, know your cow is actually,
good
as much
thing.
as we were making fun of it, it is a good thing to do.
Yeah, no, and I think OP knows that that's like a silly phrase, but I feel like it's also
kind of a sick phrase. I love that phrase.
I know my cow,
but also I think
do you
it's
know
like
your cow?
They're using this phrase a lot with a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old. So like to be like you have to locally source your cows to a 5-year-old, they're not gonna know what you're saying.
Yeah,
so if you're like your cow,
where's
the
that
5-year-old's
cow?
like I know that cow. That's Sally.
Yeah.
So
you have to have an emotional connection with the cow.
Yeah.
You have to cry when eating the meat.
Honestly, I don't think their lifestyle is pretentious at all. I think it was the only thing I was like mildly pretentious was to be like meatballs don't belong with that. But that was it.
That was mildly pretentious.
Because everything else is like good.
Yeah. And I could see Beth being like, oh, that's just like a bullshit excuse. I could totally see that.
I can see that, but I'm also like, how does Beth not like just the rest of their lifestyle? Like they live on a homestead.
Yeah, I feel like it would come. Yeah, you would kind of see it.
You'd be like, that
makes sense. That checks out.
Yeah.
I have a okay story time about cows.
Do you know them?
Yeah.
I did know them.
You know the cows?
They were my cows.
Well, we'll get into that
after
this
update.
So this is 4 days later. My post got a lot more attention than I thought it would, but I wasn't allowed to update the post. I was deemed not the asshole, but many people told me I was the asshole just for eating the way we eat.
It's weird.
It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation in my mind. A bunch of people called me pretentious for eating this way, and a bunch of people told me I should tell everyone in our lives how we eat and avoid this ever happening again. But also berated me and called me idiots for eating this way. We don't tell people because it doesn't affect them. We aren't doing this for clout like we have been accused of. People are accusing us of treating it like some big secret. Reddit literally proved people riot and treat you worse because of your diet, be it vegan, vegetarian, whatever. We aren't going to tell people unless we have to still. People also said we sound like rich, elitist white people living in mansions.
So these people are really like...
We are not rich. Our area is called trashy.
Oh.
We are not white. Our house is literally less than 1,500 square feet, and there are 5 of us. But okay, we vax our kids and pasteurize our milk. Not everything is the stereotype you think it is. But how do you have a cow on 1,500 square feet and chickens?
They probably know their cow.
Or I guess their house is 1,500 square feet.
Yeah, it might be.
But they have like a land.
Yeah.
On to the actual update.
Yes.
I did not apologize to Beth, mostly because we found out she was screwing Lou's husband for years.
Oh.
Lou's husband? Whoa. Sorry, I was like on the cow stuff, and then we turned around and Beth is cheating.
Come from?
What a twist.
That came out of nowhere.
Nowhere. We were talking about cows and pasteurizing milk, and now we're talking about cheating. Beth cheated?
Talk about burying the lead.
Yeah, we're like,
oh my
Beth was really insulted that we had meatballs. Blah, 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 blah. She cheated on Lou's husband. Blah, 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 blah.
She's like, oh yeah, Beth is gonna make better, or no, Lou's gonna make better meatballs than me. Well, joke's on you, Lou. I'm taking your husband.
Literally, no, but for months. So this was even before the meatball incident.
Yeah, I know. She's preemptively doing
I
it.
love that this started and like the main drama was the meatballs.
Yeah, I know. We thought it was just all about the meatballs.
Yeah,
but
that's what
turns
you
out
always think
was
it.
Cheating.
You always think
Dang.
it's about the meatballs, but it's always something
Never.
underneath. It's never about the meatballs.
So Lou and her husband Phil, 39 male, lived near Beth and George until about 4 years ago when they moved by us. Apparently, when Beth was in town, she made some vague comments and threats to Phil about exposing that they were having an affair for around 4 years that ended when he moved.
Wow, that is such like a grudge that she held on Lou.
Wow. So Beth was like, if you don't tell Lou, I will.
Yeah.
Wow. She's just trying to ruin Lou's life.
life. Lou literally, oh my God.
Phil told Lou proactively in an attempt to save their marriage.
Yeah.
What do you think? Will
In the past?
will it
Or recently?
I feel like if we're going by the golden rules, I don't think you can get out of this one because that's 4 years of continuous cheating. It's not like, you know,
a lot to work through.
I think any amount of cheating, but
but if
I
it's
think
like
that-
like it's not like a one-off time.
no,
or
this is 4 years of consistent
like,
cheating
Yeah,
in a 15-year marriage. Out.
you're kind of done. I think if
Done.
you have any kind of consistent cheating in
You can't talk your way
marriage,
out of it.
I feel like I think we've seen where people will like cheat once or
Yeah.
something,
And
it's
people
I made
will
a big
excuse
mistake, and they'll the marriage will continue past it. But I feel like continuous cheating for 4 years is like a
Much harder to excuse.
much harder,
But
and it's
on
a
the
whole
part of
different
the person
degree
who
of
was
cheating
cheated on.
because it's like a continuous lie and
Yeah.
continuation of a behavior.
Yeah. No, we were reading a story about this guy whose wife cheated on him like over and over and over again. And he would not divorce her. He was like, she kept saying that she'd change. And she didn't.
And she just changed the guy she was cheating on me with.
No, it was bad.
Oh man,
This is horrible.
yeah, this
So
kinda
sad.
sucks. I didn't see it coming.
Yeah. No, literally, I was like, Beth, she seems jealous, but she's not horrible. And now she's horrible.
Kind of sucks.
That sucks.
Lou is currently staying with us while she decides how to move forward. She
Ouch.
is most likely going to file for divorce.
Good.
Lou just kind of like gets more and more points in my book as she
Yeah.
goes on.
She makes fire meatballs
My question is, what's happening with George?
for
Does
George.
George know?
Well, I think we're about to find out.
George has also reached out to Jake talking about the whole affair.
Oh, yikes.
He knew Beth struggled with jealousy over Lou, but didn't know how extreme it was until after the meatball incidents
Oh my God.
and their drive home, where she continuously ranted about how much better she was than Lou in every aspect and how no one could see it.
Ew.
The best way to show someone that you're better than them
Is to
is
cheat.
by saying it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's proof.
Yeah, it's proof enough.
Yeah.
right?
They always say, as a writer, they say, tell, don't show.
They say tell, don't show.
That's what they say.
Beth did not come clean to him about the affair. Lou told him. I haven't heard anything about what Beth and George are doing. I showed Lou this post and she laughed a bit at some of the responses to people getting so upset about what we eat. So yeah, many people said Beth probably had good intentions with the meatballs, but I guess
No,
I just
she
didn't describe the level of jealousy.
Yeah, we needed more examples.
Yeah.
This is pretty
Although
ironclad
we weren't
evidence.
expecting she'd take it so far, not that she's solely to blame, Phil is equally at fault. Phil did say she was flirting with him and coming on to him for months before he caved.
Ew.
Not that it matters.
Ew. Caved? Come on.
Caved.
Like that's when you stop seeing a person.
Yeah, I mean, like if someone is actively trying to like insert themselves into your
Yeah,
marriage,
you stop. You don't see
you
them.
stop it. You stop it.
You say, hey, it's weird.
Yeah,
Taken.
please stop
Please leave.
trying to know my cow.
Yeah. I hope that maybe Lou will get together with George and take Beth's.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Take the scraps.
No, that's not what I meant.
Oh.
I was gonna say take Beth's love interest for a second time.
Yeah, I don't know, but I feel like,
We wouldn't do that.
well, I guess maybe if Jake is friends with George, maybe he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? But Beth certainly is not.
Wow. I was not expecting this story to go.
Yeah.
this
What
way.
a turn. What a topsy-turvy turn. It started off confusing.
But okay, story time. Now on to, we were talking a little bit about etiquette. So question for both of you and question for all of you watching right now.
All of you watching right there.
If someone says, hey, want to get together on such and such day? And they say, no, I got a blah, blah, blah to do.
Very
If you actually
vague.
want to see them, the appropriate thing to do is say, offer another day.
Yes.
But is it the also appropriate thing to do? Does it also contain etiquette to just say, oh, I'm busy that day and not give a response? And that serves as a no in like a respectful way.
I don't think it's necessarily a respectful way. I don't know about that. I can say I've done that though.
What?
That is how I say no.
What will you do?
Well, no, I'll just be like, oh, sorry. Like if people keep asking me, I'm like, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
And I like really, but this is not like for people that I know and see a lot. It's like people who like one off were like, oh, hey, do you want to hang out this day?
And you're like, no.
No. But I don't want to say no because I'm not good at saying no.
Yeah.
So I tell them no in my own way.
Yeah. I feel like it's the way most people do it.
Yeah.
Busy that day
Yeah.
and don't give a
It's like a fear of, yeah.
fear of saying no.
Where
Yeah.
they're like, I don't see a life with you. We should just be friends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
man.
think if you-
got
yeah.
a direct one, man.
That's
they did the
crazy.
right one.
But also I feel like in that other way,
But you were also direct in an ask.
yes.
Yeah.
That's true. I think if you directly ask, like,
If
hey,
you directly, yeah.
I've had people directly ask and be like, hey, like, are you interested? And then I'm like, yeah, no, sorry. But,
But if you have to say, hey, are you interested?
yeah, that's,
You're kind of
yeah.
already like, you already know.
Yeah. But also I think I think also you need to realize that when people do say like you're like, hey, are you free to hang out? And that person's like, no, don't keep asking.
Yeah.
Because I've had people keep asking and I'm like, no.
I don't. Yeah. So here, question for you.
Yeah.
Ooh.
If you've invited people to a potluck a couple times and they like keep saying, oh, I'm busy this day or I'm not busy this day, should you keep inviting them to group events?
Have they gone to any?
They potentially have not gone to any.
If they haven't gone to any, maybe no.
No.
What if they've been the
Actually,
one?
no, because I've invited my friends and they haven't been able to come, but
They're
that's
not
because
your real
potlucks
friends
are
then?
on Thursdays and Thursdays are work
then-
days.
You know what?
And my friend works at a school, so I think that's
I don't
yeah.
know. I think you got to drop them.
I don't know.
what
Actually, I
if-
take it back. I don't think that's
Question: what if someone has been to the potluck and then friend zones you? Should you invite them to the potluck again?
No, you're not.
No.
Are you going to
No.
invite
I
them?
wasn't going to. I was just saying, am I the a-hole for not
No.
inviting them anymore?
no.
Okay, thank goodness.
You're not the a-hole for not inviting? Why wouldn't you? I feel like it's fine to
Oh,
invite
well,
them.
do you
You
mean
want
like
to
you
invite
actually
them?
want to be
Invite them.
friends?
Oh, then
Oh,
you
then
don't
don't.
have to invite them.
No, but they're also friends with someone else, though.
Your life is too complicated, Riley.
Riley's asked out too many people.
Yeah, slow down.
I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying to slow down. Oh, I have one. Okay,
Why
story
don't
time.
ask anyone?
Hit us with the cow.
Yeah, so I used to have two cows, Bonnie and Clyde, and one year, I had a bunch of friends from my high school come over to my house for my birthday, and I showed them the cows. I was like, "Look, it's Bonnie and Clyde." And then the next year they came, and there was only one cow, and the girls were like, "Oh, what happened to the other cow?" Like, "Oh, you can see them. Come to my house." And then they came to my house and said, "Look," and there were burgers, and I said, "Look, they're
That's messed up.
sliders rather than sliders." And
That's
then
messed up.
some of them laughed.
That's messed up.
Some didn't laugh.
That's messed up.
That's so
That's messed up.
Yeah, it
I'm
was a
not-
long joke. That was probably the longest joke I've done. I
funny.
have another joke that I've been working on for another 3 months.
I don't know how I would. I don't know. I don't know how I would take that.
I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, but like I'm from like
But you're talking to a mediator and a pescatarian right now.
Yeah.
Opposite sides of the.
No, but like to be like, oh, Bonnie and Clyde, I've seen them. You know, like for example, if you took my chickens and I come home and I'm like, hey, where are my chickens? And you're like, we're eating them.
Well, yeah, it's because they're your
Traumatizing.
chickens.
yeah. Were there his chickens and you?
Yeah. What are
Okay, sorry. If they were your chickens, I'd still be traumatized.
Yeah. What if it was like?
But like I've met these chickens before. I've
What if it
held
was
them in
like
my
mid-
hand.
mid eating the chicken burger? It's like, oh, how are the chickens? It's like, well, how do they taste?
Yeah, that's kind of what it was.
You can take knowing your your cow too far.
I don't know. I think that's good.
I think it is good.
That's
Yeah.
good.
You know
I
your
think I think you should know where your if you do
Yeah.
eat meat, you should know where your meat comes
And
from.
you're like,
I
that's
think
a Kleider.
yeah, locally sourced meat is very good.
but not like, oh, this cow lived in my yard for 3 years and then we ate it.
No, I think that's fine.
Is that
I
too
just
far
think
of knowing my cow?
no, I think it's fine. I think it's just to be like the setup of your friends being like, "Where's the other cow?" And you're like, "Come follow me." That
Well, they should know. Like,
you should
Their
be like
cow.
that. Yeah, it was.
that's what they do. That's what
meat
we do in the
cows.
South.
I think it's fine, Riley.
Thank you, Sam.
But you know what I want to run into? This next story.
This next story.
I, 32 male, tried everything to help my grieving girlfriend, 29 female, but she refused to cooperate and chose her best friend, 30 male, over me. So this comes from Origin Time. I, 32 male, am with my girlfriend, 29 female, for 6 months. We live 2 hours apart, but we try to spend every weekend together. And because she often works from home, she can come over during weekdays. Despite the distance, we have a strong relationship. Her mother died unexpectedly last week. She didn't want to be alone, but I couldn't visit her, so I told her she can come over. She said she wouldn't feel safe driving that much in that mental state.
Yeah,
Makes sense?
absolutely.
Yeah. I accepted that and promised I'll visit as soon as I can. However, the next day I found out she spent the night at her best friend's, 30 male, Brock.
Brock? Oh, his name's Brock.
Name's
I thought
Brock.
at her best friend's Brock.
No, his name is Brock.
I was like, what's a Brock?
My problem is that she said she can't drive to my place, but then she could go to his. Yeah, he's closer than me, but she probably drove there too. Still, even though I had every right to point that out, I let it slide because of the situation with her mom.
I honestly think that's different because it seems like he's a lot farther.
Yeah,
And we
2
also
hours
don't know
away.
for sure that she did drive to this friend's
Yeah,
house.
and also 2 hours away, like driving for 2 hours alone in the car is way different from
Go like
driving
10 minutes.
10, 15 minutes.
Yeah,
away.
like you can go 2 hours and you're alone in the car and you're like thinking all these things
Thinking
and then
all
you're
those thoughts. Yeah.
it can overwhelm you versus
it's-
10 minutes a car.
Very, very different. So I
Yeah.
don't, so far,
Yeah. And also a best friend, like
your best friend.
it's your best friend. We
Yeah.
don't know anything about their relationship.
And also 6 months is not a long time.
No, I was about to say that. I was like 6 months over a best friend
Yeah. 6 months is not a long
and you just
time.
lost your mom.
Yeah. I
And
mean, like,
your boyfriend of 6 months won't even drive out for you
if
two.
I'm dating someone for 6 months, I'm going to Christian
absolutely
or my sister.
Oh yeah. Yes, absolutely.
You know?
Who probably knows your mom.
Exactly.
Who probably understands what you're going through.
Yeah. I mean, I'll probably talk to you first. if
I
our
would
mom died.
hope. I would hope. You're like, I'm not going to Sophia. I'm going to Christian. And I'm like sobbing on my own.
Yeah. No.
I'm not gonna lie.
We would.
Don't even
yeah,
say
yeah.
that. Ugh.
God, we have wood right next
Yeah,
to
I
each other.
know. That's good.
Good.
That's the only superstition our mother has instilled in us.
Yeah. She always knocks.
And parking fairy when you park.
On Friday, I was finally able to visit and I found her asleep in the middle of the day, her hair unwashed, used tissues everywhere.
Oh.
Brock and his boyfriend were there.
Why are you mad? Why are you mad?
Weird soup.
Oh my God. He's so jealous for no reason.
I didn't want to make a scene. I politely told the boys they can leave because I can take care of my own girlfriend.
Ew.
I could tell they didn't like it, but they left.
Ew.
When my girlfriend finally woke up, I told her it's time to wash her hair, clean up, and then we'll go to the hardware store. I'm a carpenter. I've always wanted to teach her basic stuff that
Girl.
everyone should know to be able to handle things around the house.
This is not the time.
It was the perfect opportunity because lying around won't make things better. What the
You suck.
What the Yeah, I thought right
Man,
after
you
my
just like-
girlfriend's mom died, she should learn how to make a shed.
She needs to learn how to take
Learn how to
care of
fix those
herself.
cabinets.
Wash your gut hair. Get out there.
Yeah, you look like a piece of Stop wallowing. It's been a whole day. Crying isn't going to make it any better. And those friends of yours that making that weird soup, get them hell out of
Get
here.
out of here. I can take care of my own.
Wow.
Wow, he sucks.
I think that's got to be the most amount of red flags we've seen in like a couple sentences.
Yeah, the quickest.
That's some red flag territory.
Wow.
I told her about my plan and she looked at me like I'm an alien.
Yeah.
She says she doesn't care about carpentry.
What?
But I insisted it'll help distract her because she can't spend her life on a couch.
Oh my
Her
God.
mom just, and you twat. We argued a bit. Then she tried to compromise by saying we could walk over to Brock's and have dinner there. He walk over.
Yeah. Wow. So his initial thing wasn't even sound.
It's a really long walk.
Yeah.
So she'll spend time outside the house, but she feels safe there and won't be embarrassed if she starts to cry. I absolutely refuse because Brock and his boyfriend are the ones who allowed her to end up in this state.
What? What do
They
you
let her
mean?
do nothing all day, cooked for her, even changed her sheets. They acted like they're her new moms or something.
No way he said that.
When she should be making a shelf. No, he did say that.
That's crazy.
He said that all, not the new shelf thing, but.
Wow. He's so hard.
When I told my girlfriend these worries, she snapped and said, I'm making it worse.
Yeah.
She doesn't need my carpentry lessons.
Yeah.
When she hasn't even buried her mother yet. And Brock and his boyfriend are the only ones who provide real comfort. So she'll go there whether I like it or not. I said, if she goes there, I'll go back home. She said, good, one less a-hole in my life.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. He's such an a-hole. She hasn't even had the funeral.
He sounds like he's just clueless.
He's like, carpentry.
He's just
you haven't even buried your mom. Carpentry. Let's build the coffin
together. It hurts so much she didn't appreciate my help and chose Brock, but I still love her. In my opinion, I did everything, having her best interests at heart. I'm interested in your advice, guys, because I want to make this relationship work, but I can't change who I am. I don't want to lose her, but I can't lose myself either.
Lose yourself.
TLDR, my girlfriend's in a downward spiral after her mom's death. And even though I tried my best to help her, she prefers to be around her best friend who allows her to be even more depressed. Wow. All right, Fia, what do you think?
I want to read the relevant comments in this.
There's no relevant
I want to read a comment because this.
Oh, dude, I bet you people are.
They better be flaming. They better be flaming.
They've only been dating 6 months. 6 months, and he's already this ridiculous about what he expects. This is a quote from the OP. I'm interested in your advices, guys, because I want to make this relationship work, but I can't change who I am. Translation, I'm interested in hearing what I want to hear, not that I'm the problem.
Yeah.
He is.
He's like, how do I gaslight her into thinking this is okay?
Gaslight, yeah.
He's so much.
OMG, it's only been 6 months. I have food in my freezer older than their relationship. Give her space to be sad. It was last week.
Literally.
And then, quote, one less apple in my life. Boy, your just got dumped.
Yeah, you're over it. You're done.
What?
She does not need your energy when her mom just died.
Yeah. I mean, like, what a lack of touch.
Yeah.
Just so out of touch with what someone needs.
No, literally.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a doozy. Let us know if you think we were right in chastising this absolute asshat of a man.
Yeah. Chastising.
But if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow.